The portal's open and God is with us. You and I on the open portal with your host Marquino Farron, only Flashpoint Radio.
Holy time, the day has ended. Now the Sabbath has begun.
We use the internet to advance the gospel of Jesus Christ, transforming lives, renewing hearts 24/7, 7 days a week. Internet radio in a class by itself. We're flashing the gospel around the world as a witness. And someone will say, you know what? I heard it on Flashpoint Radio and my life has been changed. Flashpoint in a class by itself.
Join me this and every Tuesday at 7 to 8:30 p.m. as we discuss various interesting topics and take a look at the current happenings on our island and in our region. Just before you go on your bed, let's touch on the points with your host, Connie J.E., right here on Flashpoint Radio. Yes, and welcome back to Just Before You Got Your Bed. I'm your girl, Connie J.E., live in studios the day before Ash Wednesday. I know you were expecting me to say the day before Valentine's Day. Yes, I don't know, but I've never experienced it wherein Ash Wednesday and Valentine's Day fell on the same day. Could this be the first in 100 years? Can somebody check for me? Check on WhatsApp me and tell me if we've ever had Ash Wednesday and Valentine's Day falling on the same day. You know, what a coincidence. And I thought that was kind of unique and different. Now, you know, there are a couple people I want to send shout out to. But one special person is my eldest sister. I don't know if she wanted me to use the word eldest. My sister, which is of a good, nice young age, she celebrates her birthday tomorrow. Yes, indeed. I don't know who it was good for. You know, being the baby that was born on the day the world celebrates as the day of love, you know, that should be something exciting, unique for the child, you know. Everybody's talking about, oh, the baby of love, born on love, you know what I mean? And it is something to always say, when's your birthday? Oh, Valentine's Day. You know, you say it with an air. Valentine's Day. And everybody's like, ooh. But I don't know for my mom. I should really call her and ask her if Valentine's Day brings, you know, good memories. All on the fact that you had the baby. You know what I mean? But how was it? What a trauma. On the Valentine's Day. But she celebrates her birthday tomorrow, all of 29 years. Yes, all of 29 years tomorrow. And Marie, I want to say happy birthday to you. You know, we're so glad that God has been so good, and not only to you, but to your family, that he spared your life in 2023. The devil didn't want you to be here, but God said no. God said no, and you are here. A miracle girl, you know, survived brain aneurysm. No memory loss, no cognitive disorders, no nothing, no nothing. Totally healed. As the church prayed, the miracle was visible to the eyes of the physicians. It's just so amazing. So I just want to send a shout out to you and to all the persons that are celebrating birthday today and tomorrow. Happy birthday to you. I do hope you get groceries. Do hope you get gas and as in fuel and hope someone gives you something towards your utility bills. Yes. The gift giving thing has changed, as you can see. Before, we want the pretty, pretty box. We still have a pretty, pretty box, them still. But we always want the pretty box. We want to open them, get those nice gifts, the perfumes, body works, and all these little things. But now, getting a Foster's card, listen, it has topped body works. You know what I mean? As in, the foot salt and all kind of soaking business. Try give me the Fosters. This is what I'm saying to you. Exactly. And so, just saying, God's richest blessings, good health, and the works for all of you who are celebrating your birthdays, so forth. And, to all our VIP members that are tuning in, just want to say good evening to you. Thank you so much for being a part of Flashpoint Radio and Media. You've been with us during the ups and downs and the starting out. So it's just so amazing that you are with us still. And just to let you know that we here at Flashpoint, we celebrate our 2nd year anniversary, and that is actually tomorrow. So what an exciting day. What an exciting day. So it's Valentine's Day for those of you, It's birthday for my sister. It's Ash Wednesday. So it's a public holiday. Many of us don't have to go to work. We can go places and so forth. You can contact me at 547-8610 for your lunch tomorrow. The Jamaican Taste Station lunch. Roast yam and saltfish with sweet potato, boiled corn, and plantain on the side. Yes, indeed. And for those of you who want to do your pickup, if you come with your own recyclable container, you get a free glass of lemonade with your lunch. For those who are picking up. Yes. So give me a ring, 547-8610, and get your nice Ash Wednesday lunch for tomorrow. And so it's so exciting that we will be celebrating our anniversary, and so we invite all of you, all of our listeners right here in Grand Cayman. And if you flew in and you're on island, come on down to Plaza Venetia. We want to welcome you as we celebrate tomorrow our anniversary. Listen, we are growing. God has been watering us. God has been blessing us. We want to continue to share that with you. So Flashpoint is going places. And so I want you to go online, and I need for you to subscribe, like, subscribe, and share Flashpoint Media. Share with all of your contacts. Share to the world, because we are here to bring you good vibes and truth from the living God, about the living God, the soon coming King. All right? To all my family and friends, just so you know, I'm expecting, and you're wondering what I'm expecting, but bones of my bones and flesh of my flesh, we're expecting a new person come, let's see, now is what? February, March, April, May, June. Yes, around the ending of June, I will be expecting a new member of my family. Yes, exciting news. But you can only get the details of that if you go online, like, subscribe, and share, and ask the questions. So they come in and say, Connie J.E., what you talk about? Please remember, I'm 27. I'm still, you know. But I'm expecting, and you want to know, and it's really true. I'm talking about real life, real person that the Lord is creating. You understand? So if you want to know more, hey, you gotta go online.
This is your weekly news
Yes.
in review.
So it's gonna be so amazing. So just want to let you know that here at Flashpoint we're celebrating so much things. One of the things that we're celebrating as well is the mercies of God for our friend Natel Thomas. Right? Natel Thomas. And he's doing much better. His spirits is up, but he still, we still need your financial assistance, your caring assistance of prayer and words of motivation, because out of our mouths we speak life into someone else. And so he's battling cancer, only 14 years old. Last week he had to get his leg amputated. So it's not something that a teenager will embrace like that, but it is a means to his recovery. We want to say thank you to all the persons who have donated, persons who have called, persons who have sent, encouraging words to the family. We cannot say, words is not there to say thank you. Thank you is just the icing on everything we'd love to say. Thank you so much for your care and jumping on. Remember, he still needs extensive treatment, which will also mean, probably going overseas. So we're asking you to go to Real Helping Hands and, donate as much as you can for Natel Thomas. Natel Taylor. I keep saying Thomas. Natel Taylor, JT. Right? Please do so and assist. Sometimes the means to recovery is in our neighbors' hands as it is now. CM, my siblings, all of you, my colleagues, thank you so much for tuning in to Just Before You Go Your Bed. We go to a commercial break, and when we come back, we will have your weekly news in review. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Stay locked. Need to plan that special event but have no clue or idea just what to do? Planning a birthday party for that special someone aged 0 to 99? Or you would love to show your staff your appreciation for them, or maybe an exciting way for team building? Then Mr. Cool is the only way to go. An amazing ultimate treat on wheels featuring remarkable homemade ice creams, fanciful icy snow cones, a colossal array of desserts, and so much more. Is sugar an issue for you? Not to worry. Make that special request and Mr. Cool will provide that special sugar-free ice cream just for you. Call us at 939-3761 or 9270176. Or you can email us at anthonyparry87@gmail.com. Mr. Cool Snow Cone and Snacks, putting the scrumptious in your event. This is your weekly news in review. I'm Constance Banks. The Cayman Islands Agriculture Society will be hosting the 55th Agriculture Show on Ash Wednesday with the theme Food Security, Everybody's Business, to highlight the critical importance of ensuring a reliable and accessible food supply in the face of global challenges. With growing concerns about global food security, particularly during emergencies and natural disasters, society supports the agricultural minister's goal to create a local food and nutrition security policy. This year's Agriculture Show theme emphasizes the crucial role each of us plays in ensuring the well being of our community, said CIAS President Justin Woods. The event not only celebrates the hard work and dedication of our local farmers, but also underscores the importance of food security as a collective responsibility. And so, an invite is extended to the wider public to join us for this family oriented event showcasing the very best in Cayman farming community. The popular annual family event, which takes place on a public holiday, will showcase the best of local farming and agribusiness, according to a press release. Attendees are encouraged to support initiatives relating to food prices, shortages, and nutritional security. The show, as always, takes place at the Stacy Watler Agriculture Pavilion in Lower Valley, Bordentown from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Admission is $10 CI for adults, $5 CI for children, and free for children under 2 and seniors 65 and over. The official opening ceremony will take place at 10 a.m. Given the popularity of the show, park and ride locations have been established to facilitate a smoother flow of traffic. Ample signage will guide the public to the designated locations, and shuttle services will be available to transport attendees from the locations directly to the pavilion. The Department of Environment has undertaken a review of properties damaged by last week's powerful nor'wester, which brought high seas and near gale force winds. The damage to these coastal structures caused environmental, financial, and personal loss, and the DOE has received footage and inquiries about the vulnerability of these properties. In many cases, when planning applications were made for them, the department had advised against waiving the setbacks. The DOE said that generalized setbacks are not appropriate to protect the shoreline or the properties, and planning regulations need to be amended. The DOE has created an interactive map reflecting their review of the technical assessments provided on a number of the developments along the western shore of Grand Cayman, which experienced particularly severe impacts from high energy wave action and storm surge. The Cayman Islands Airport Authority, CIAA, has begun an investigation in how a Delta 737-900 aircraft from Atlanta managed to hit and knock over a stairs truck on the apron of Owen Roberts International Airport on Friday and damaged the wing as the plane pulled up to park. Video circulating on social media taken by a passenger on the plane shows the immediate aftermath of the collision, with the truck and several FAD's employees coming to the scene. According to CIAA, no injuries were reported, and flight operations at the airport were impacted for around 20 minutes while Cayman Islands Fire Service arrived. Delta arranged for a relief flight for passengers who were scheduled to depart on that flight. No other details have been released. But according to a press release, the CIAA is trying to find out what really happened and ways in which it can prevent it from happening again. The safety and security of our passengers is our top priority, the press release stated. We are conducting a thorough investigation to understand the circumstances that led to this occurrence and collaborating closely with airport partners to prevent such incidents in the future. Plans to increase stamp duty on luxury properties appear to have been dropped just a few weeks after it was suggested by Premier Juliana O'Connor Connolly. The possibility of increasing stamp duty was raised in Parliament in the UPM leader's budget address in December, with the implication that the new government was considering raising the duty in locations such as 7 Mile Beach, where many of the condos are sold to overseas owners. But on Friday, Connolly told a business audience that it was under reconsideration. We have heard your cry, she said, at the Chamber of Commerce Economic Forum. The decision to walk back the proposed luxury tax would not put the new government's revenue predictions for 2024-2025 in jeopardy, she stated, maintaining that other revenue measures the government was rolling out would bring in the additional $130 million it needs to meet operating expenses over the next 2 years. The Premier told the audience that the idea of increasing stamp duty was being shelved during a question and answer session following her main address. The question and answer was held with past Chamber President Shamari Scott. And this has been your weekly news in review. I'm Constance Ebanks. Connie J.E. in studios with you. I'm getting comfortable because what we're going to do tonight is we're just going to chat a little bit about, mood swings, grief, and depression during menopause. Yes. So we've been talking about menopause and, quite a few ladies, were saying that the information was so good to refresh, and some person was saying some of the information was new to them. We had our doctor on online with us, and we touched medically, what happens to women, what happens to us during perimenopause, menopause and postmenopause. And one of the things that I find that we really don't talk about, however, is the grief and depression, the mental health issues that we face. And, I questioned it and I said, sometimes you're feeling some sort of way. And, you're like, oh, why may I feel so? And you can't really put your finger on it. And then now when you get information on what's happening, you can realize that, oh my jolly. So, this was hormones that are acting up and things that are diminishing and things that are increasing that is actually pushing me, into these vibes. And so tonight, I went I went and did some research. And so what I'm presenting you today is from actually the breastcancer.org, and taking this study that was done by Jamie DePolo. And of course, just want you to know it's a reviewed entry. This information is just not just somebody's, oh, this here's an idea, let me just write it. But this has been reviewed by medical advisors, written by Jamie DePolo, coming from the breastcancer.org. And so it's talking about the menopausal mood swings, grieving, and depression. And I was saying to myself, okay, so I can understand the mood swings, I can understand depression, but grief, what am I grieving for? No one died, right? So what is it that I'm grieving for, or what is it that a woman would grieve about during menopause? And you know what the answer is? Her youth. Exactly. My point exactly. I was like, okay. So, and it makes sense, because when we're in our youth and you're in childbearing age, we have the choice. It's our choice. It's do I wanna, or should I not? We choose, we say, we only want two children, we want a child, we'll go for three, maybe we want a lot of kids. And you and your husband, you will agree to the amount and discuss. And sometimes, you have that one that we kind of blindside. You're like, oh my goodness, I'm expecting another human being. And the excitement is there, but you feel you're in control and your body is just working with you. You can climb those stairs, you can run down those stairs, But now when you get to menopause, and even starting perimenopause, or if you're going into menopause early, there is the feeling of grief. We start to grieve. And I thought that was interesting, that we would grieve our youth. We're grieving the loss of control. We're grieving the loss of choice, because now my body is telling me that, you see, them ideas that way you have, it now go work out. And you can't, it's not a negotiable, scenario. You can't negotiate with your body. You can't tell it, look here, you're going to stay at 35, and if you move, there's no, threats involved. Your body now work with that. Because when the body say, listen, I sit down, I gotta sit down, you don't know how it go. We're sitting down. So I want to share with you, so we're just going to relax a little bit, and we're just going to go through these points to see what's happening here. So when we discussed the last two shows, we were told, and we know the lower levels of estrogen and progesterone that come with menopause can affect your mental health as well as your physical health. Well, I knew the physical part, but the mental health, I learned that, but I didn't know to the extent. So hormonal changes that come with menopause can lead to mood swing. So, if you feel good now, 5 minutes ago you feel nice and you want to watch an African show, and then, 5 minutes later you just weepy. And by the time you go somewhere, I wonder where you want ball about, you just get mad. right? Mood swings. So if you go, raise your hands if you experience those things, right? So it brings you those mood swings. It brings depression, and yes, it brings grief. Oh my goodness, that grieving. So, we're going to talk a little bit now on how menopause can affect mental health. Now, listen to this because this was interesting to me. As you move through menopause, he says, dropping estrogen and progesterone levels can affect how much serotonin your body produces. So as you go through menopause, the dropping of estrogen and progesterone levels can affect how much serotonin your body produces. Now, for those of you who like me who didn't know this, let me share it with you. Serotonin is a chemical made by the body that carries messages between nerve cells in your brain and the rest of your body, telling the body how to work. Now, for all of the contacts you have in your phone, whether it's WhatsApp, Facebook, Messenger, Instagram, and all the other ones, them, and all the message where you send, many of you may know, but like persons who like me, whenever they really know the intricate pieces. I never know say me have a messaging system I go on. You know what I mean? Like me know say, the brain send out the signal if you're hurting, and so forth, send out them that there's a brain say move this. So I know that. I know, don't get me wrong, I know how, that the brain functions. But when it came to this portion, this dynamics of the female makeup, when estrogen and progesterone they drop, it affects that messaging system in our body that tells the body how to work. So serotonin helps to control memory, moods, body temperature, sleep, sex drive, and hunger. Low serotonin levels are thought to play a role in depression and anxiety. Now it makes sense because I can see this. Right? Because if the more me have, my memory good, me now have the glasses on top of my head and I search down the place for the glasses, nor would I have a cell phone at my head side talking to and telling the person on the line that's giving me some information, hold on, let me find my phone. Hello, I am on, I am on the phone, right? So me realize, mind you, know, this is just a scenario. I'm not saying that happened to me directly. It's a big 27, yeah. But I can see that, memory control. Oh my goodness. So I wanted to find out, was there something that I could get to boost up my serotonin? But we'll come to that later down. But serotonin helps to control memory, moods, body temperature. That's why we have the hot flashes, ladies who are in menopause. That's why the hot flashes, because the serotonin gone low. For those who having insomnia, it's not just but it is your serotonin, isn't it? The level is down. And when it comes, and then it also cause, sex drive for plummet. So we have to make sure, say, Ozzy understand. Say, you said a message business here in my body at this time. Boy, the message them cross, it mix and the message now go out at all. Wi-Fi is down, serotonin is down. Now, at the same time, the physical symptoms of menopause, including hot flashes and insomnia, can also cause grief. And I said to myself, then, okay, I can understand the hot flashes, I've not experienced those. I'm not in active menopause, but perimenopause. but I can relate to some of the experiences that women say they've gone through. Some persons will say, they'll be good. They go out, and they're out 5-10 minutes, and then all of a sudden, feeling this heat, they start sweating profusely. Some persons, they dread going out. So I do understand how it would cause anxiety, how it would stress you, because you're like, me if you walk with two change of clothes, me a burn up where me I go do. I'm sitting in a meeting, and it's an air conditioned room, and then all of a sudden me one inside here just burning up, and then you dread going to the meeting because now all of you wet up and you're just sweating profusely. I understand. I can see the relation for the depression and the anxiety and the stress, but it really surprised me how grief got into it. And here again, as they stated, when you're grieving your youth. You're grieving the control you had that you're now is being taken from you, if I can use the word loosely, by force. Because you want to be in control. You want your body not to sweat profusely. You don't want this. If you could even say, well, body, if you're going to have an hot flash, wait until I am home. I'm not going anywhere. And if I'm going out at 10 a.m. So run the hot flash from 8 o'clock and be done by 8:45. And that's it for the rest of the day. Would be amazing if we could. But now the control is no longer within our grasp or in our hands. That causes grief. Now, for the mood swings, if you have mood swings, it means your emotions, of course, they're changing frequently and sometimes dramatically. Because, like I said earlier, you're good and happy, and then boom, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you just feel weepy, you feel sad, and then all of a sudden, you just hungry. You never did hungry before. You're just hungry now. You just want, you know what I mean? All of these things are just changing dramatically. So you're happy 1 minute, and the next minute you're sad. Those are your mood swings. But we want to look on how we can determine what are the mood swings, versus what is the depression. We're going to take a look at that, the grief versus the depression. So if you find yourself grieving during menopause, doctors are saying be assured it's normal. All right, so we established that because, me agree with my youth, okay? But this is what they want to let you know. And don't look at it trivially, because these emotions that you're going through, you need family support. You need your husband to understand what you're going through, and you need a family and friends, a support group that, some of the things that you may be experiencing, you're unaware, you're not fully familiar on how to deal with them. You can reach out and you can ask. So you need that support. Don't journey this road alone. We're not an island. We're family, and we are neighbors. Yes, and we should care. Look at the crucial aspect of caring for each other. It's our responsibility. The Creator wants each of us to help each other. And the Lord has designed us so, it's so miraculous, the thing of how your body levels, the cells, the messages. It's just fearfully and wonderfully made. Solomon said, the man who made woman is a crafty man. And I love that Solomon could say, because he's one of the wisest men, human man. And when he looked at a woman, saw the intricacies of a woman, going, not from their youth to motherhood, how the body changes and just adapts and adjusts to the different seasons and changes. He had to say, the man that made woman is a crafty man. Eh? So we know God is so wise. So he knew that these things would happen to us. Did he leave us without help? Absolutely not. We're going to look at all of that. So if you find yourself grieving during menopause, again, know that this is normal. Still, it's important to understand the difference between normal grieving and depression. Yes. So both can cause sadness, loss of interest in what used to be pleasurable activities, and problems sleeping and eating. I know many of you is saying you that take the problem with eating because, well, depending on the problem with eating, we don't really want the one who we want to eat more. But you would take the one where you eat less, because of the curve of your sexiness that go down, go down, so you want sexy and slim and trim and whatever. So we would have take that little eating problem there, one where we eat less, but still have a good nutritional diet. You know what I mean? But you must be mindful and be able to know the difference. Now, grieving is more of a process through. You're going through the process and but you're going through, you have these feelings, but you move through them. And in time you start to feel better. So this is what we want to do here at Flashpoint, just before you go to your bed, is to get you in the know, to refresh you on these things. For those of you who haven't started yet, to get you in the know, so you have the expected end, and so you're able to maneuver and plan during these times. Now, depression tends to last longer, and causes more intense feelings that, more than that of an, 5 minutes sadness, next minute happy. Now, the depression now affects your day-to-day functioning. That's depression. When you find that it's affecting your day-to-day function, then that's depression. Now, I reached out and got some information from Dr. Alan Wolfelt. He's the founding director of the Center for Lost and Life Transition in Colorado. And he created a checklist to help people distinguish between grief and depression. Now, when we come back, we'll go on a little break, and when we come back after the break, we will look at the checklist that Dr. Alan Wolfelt have given to us as a guideline. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Men, you want to know this to be able to assist your wife during perimenopause, menopause, and post-menopause. We'll be right back. Need a company that truly cares about your air conditioning and your comfort? Have a project that requires efficient air conditioning installations and service? Then Excellent Air Conditioning Services is the company for you. Reliable, timely, efficient, and cost-effective. Only Excellent Air Conditioning Services do it best. Call us at 922-2747 or email us at excellentair, that's XLENTAIR @hotmail.com. Excellent Air Conditioning Services, exceeding expectations. Yes, yes. Welcome back to Just Before You Got Your Bed. I'm your girl Connie J.E. And tonight we're touching on the end segment of menopause and your body. Tonight we're talking about, you know, grieving in menopause and being able to know the difference between the grief or grieving and depression, and being able to identify the mood swings as well. So before we went to break, I said to you that Dr. Alan Wolfelt, the founding director of Center for Loss and Life Transition in Colorado, created a checklist to help people distinguish between grief and depression. Now, if you have normal grief, or you have normal grief, if you respond to comfort and support, if you are often openly angry, that was interesting to me. Are often openly angry. Relate your depressed feeling to the loss experience. Can still experience moments of enjoyment in life. Exhibit feelings of sadness and emptiness. May have physical complaints that don't last. Express guilt over some specific aspects of the loss. Feel a temporary loss of self esteem. Now, this, if you experience any of these, you have normal grief. Because you're responding to comfort and support. It doesn't last long. Okay, you're able to express your guilt, you're able to express your sadness, and you're able to, even if you're having physical complaints, they don't last, and you're able to work through them. Now, you may be clinically depressed if you do not accept support. You realize the key thing, the first thing, is respond to comfort and support. If you do that, that's your normal grief, normal grieving, eh? But if you do not accept support, if you don't want it at all and you shun it, that's a sign that you're clinically depressed. If you're irritable and complain, but do not directly express anger. That's interesting. So you are irritable and you complain, but do not directly express anger. Do not relate your feelings of depression to a particular life event. Have an overwhelming sense of doom. Project a sense of hopelessness and chronic emptiness. Have ongoing physical complaints. Have generalized feelings of guilt. Feel a deep and ongoing loss of self esteem. If you are experiencing any of these things, then you may be clinically depressed. And I would implore you to seek medical, get a professional, to be able to talk to your doctor so that they can offer you the help you need. Because you'll be surprised that it's just, to give you a boost in estrogen, a boost in progesterone, bringing up that serotonin level, and everything falls right with the world. All you need to do is to accept the support. Because, mind you, we must understand that we have an enemy who does not want us to be happy. And knowing that we are going through this, and knowing that we may not be fully learned on, the intricacies of menopause, he'll come in and, throw him little dice in. And then the depression takes you and it escalates, and you're just in this dark corner. Get support. God wants you to get support. So treatments for menopausal depression and grief. So if you have symptoms of grief or depression that last for weeks with no sign of improving, it's important to talk to your doctor. So if this lasts for weeks, important to talk to your doctor. If you're receiving, like if any of you ladies, you may be receiving, breast cancer treatment, we know that that can also cause early menopause. And sometimes if you share these symptoms with your team, your recovery team, your medical team, they're able then to take a look at to see if it's the medication, the treatment that you're getting is causing this, and maybe they're able to look into making changes, maybe trying a different treatment if possible, or your doctor will also be able to recommend treatments, for other side effects for the menopause if you're going through breast cancer treatment. We know that does that, and we pray in the name of Jesus that he will bring you through that storm. So of course, our doctors are able to treat us for side effects for insomnia, fatigue, and hot flashes. Yes, managing these symptoms may help ease the depression and grief. And of course, if the serotonin level is heightened, then the depression and grief goes away. So remember to ask your doctor as well. If your family doctor is not an accredited medical health professional, once you speak with your doctor, he's able then, to refer you to a colleague, one that is a professional, accredited in mental health, who has not just mental health, but the one who has experience working with people, with women who are going through menopause. And so if you're diagnosed with depression, and combining treatments such as counseling and antidepressant medicines can be effective. But one thing I realized that medical personnel never really talk about or put in their scholastic reviews and so forth is God. They never put him there or put God's treatment there. And mind you, God is the creator and designer of the human body. So if he made the human body, he knows exactly how long it will run, how best it will service, what are the best ingredients, the best things to put in, what makes it jump faster, get more energy out of it, more work. He knows the details. But we find that persons tend to veer away from God as if the master designer should not be included in their review. But I implore you all to know that God knows us best, and he is the first person to go to. Simply just talk to him. It's communication. Just talk to God and say, Master Designer, I'm feeling this way. Direct my steps for the right ways to alleviate these symptoms, and that I can get the best of my later life. So many types of therapy, they say they are different, but in general, most therapy sessions focus on helping the woman to lessen the distress, solve problems constructively, turn around negative thoughts, deal with emotional issues, and get support, of course, from your family and your friends. Now, they say cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is a specific type of therapy that helps you identify, understand, and then change the negative thoughts you're having, which in turn can improve your emotional health and ability to function. Now, you know how this cognitive behavioral therapy thing can get addressed immediately and right away? You pick up the King James Version Bible and you turn to the Psalms. You turn to Jeremiah, where God says, the thoughts I have towards you. Eh? The thoughts I have towards you is of peace. Eh? And to give you an expected end. You think the master designer designed us to have them at flashes attack we over and we are grief and grief turn to depression? No. He wants us to be able to maneuver through them so we can have a good life. Because mind you, while we're experiencing the three different stages of menopause, things are still happening around us. We have a family. We work, and so the world is not stopping while women go through the different stages of menopause. So we have to rise to the occasion to be learned about our situation, to better maneuver and plan. And God says, I want you to have peace. A good end, an expected end. The expected end is that you prosper and be in good health. So, of course, there are different types of medication, different types of antidepressant medicines, some of them Lexapro, Zolfat, Celesta. I went through all of them. It was quite a bit. Some of them I've never heard before, but, bupropion, the brand name is Wellbutrin. All of these things, they are there to assist with depression, so you can talk to your doctor. Some of them give you great benefits. But one thing is sure, while you're talking to your doctor, ensuring that you're getting the proper counseling and getting the proper, proper methods and steps to alleviate the issues that you're having with menopause, you want to ensure that your diet, you want to ensure that your diet and exercise is included. And it is so mind blowing to know that God says in the beginning, from before that, the world doctors now will tell you, eating plays, or your diet plays a big role in how you feel. How you eat plays a huge role in how you feel. And then it says that exercise then allow your brain functions to work at its best when you eat a high quality, healthy and balanced diet. And also that exercise does things to your body, just drive the energy into you. And so if diet plays a huge role in how you feel during this time, not only through menopause, right through your life, hear what it says in Genesis chapter 1 and verse 28. Verse 29, let me read verse 29. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. You hear what the designer say that the machine needs to function at its best. So if you eat herb bearing seeds, I feel like I could preach now. You see me, I do my hand, yeah. And when that vibes it, take me. But me, we are go with it just before we go with it. So me, I gotta take it down. So herb bearing seed. And then he says every tree that have a fruit with seed in there. So your mango, your papaya, we say papaya, but in Jamaica we say papa. All of them something there, your almond, any fruit at all with seed. And mind you know, banana have seed in it. Hey, listen, I tell that on African just now. But these things are so mind-blowing that God has designed all of these things. And you see the fruits, them colorful and pretty, it is for the eyes to see and for the cells to send the messages that these things are great. It's so pretty. Already they are mood boosting. So imagine when your brain registers that and then the ingredients that are in these beautiful fruits enter your body, makes the body functional, and we are able to lower grief and depression just by doing what the designer say. Herb bearing seed. Get your herb, get your cerci, get your merengue, get all of your nuni, all those things. Yes. And your every tree that have a fruit. With seed in there. Absolutely. Your nuts and your grains. Get those in. God says, I wish above all else that you prosper and be in good health. And we here at Flashpoint Radio and Media, we concur. So, until next time, it's the same place, same time, just before you go to your bed. And if you have questions, if you have your comments, if you need some help, if you want us to guide you to persons who can assist you, and even for counseling, feel free to stop by Plaza Venetia. And we're here. We have our own in-house nurse. Oh yeah, Lady Ellie. So she'll be able to tell you. She have the links, the connections, and of course, or parsonage. We're able to assist you and refer you to pastors who have their certification in counseling. Even our very own in-house pastor, Pastor Marquino Farron, will be able to assist you if you need counseling, someone to talk to, and to be able to refer further. We want to let you know that we're here to help you and you're not alone. But we implore you to take the support, accept the help and the support. Remember, just before we go, we pronounce a blessing over your family, a blessing over your life, to the third and fourth, fifth generations of your lineage. Because God, who started a good work in you, is faithful to complete it to the end. Thank you so much for staying with me. I look forward to next week. Join me this and every Tuesday at 7 to 8:30 p.m. as we discuss various interesting topics and take a look at the current happenings on our island and in our region. Just before you go to your bed, let's touch on the points with your host, Connie J.E., right here on Flashpoint Radio.